who is the King of the Kings and Lord of the Lords. So I request you all that kindly send one time Darud Sharif upon the court of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, because every day when we start the class, so we formally start by sending salutation upon the court of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. So kindly one time say Darud Sharif. Okay, after sending special greetings and salutation upon the court of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, after that, today I have selected some of the topics which are prominent, which are very important. We need to go through all these topics. We need to discuss, and we need to discuss all these topics from the depth of our knowledge, and then after we need to uh, you know um, express all these topics with each other. So I request your attention, deep attention, because if you give me your attention, it will be better for us to go through in the class, to go forward into the class and learn something very positively. The very first thing that we are selecting, and I've selected for you, and I will now go on. I will not stop in between any topic. So I request you that I will go on. I will never stop on any topic like the way I'm giving you the topic, that one topic, and then you practice on that topic. That will be not repeated today. Today I will discuss all these topics. So there will be very less time to you guys to note down. So I request you that sharpen your pen, sharpen your mind, and ready yourself. You need to be very quicker. You need to be very fast, by the way. The first topic that I've selected for myself is countries case study, and I have chosen the topic that is about South Africa. So today we will discuss about some interesting facts, some interesting figures about South Africa. South Africa is a country which is located on the African continent. Which continent? African continent. What is meaning by African continent? You know, in this world, Allah Almighty has created 7 continents. The biggest continent of the world is Asia. The second biggest continent of the world is Africa. Africa is a continent which is sometimes called the land of black people, because all the black peoples are living there in Africa. Africa there are 54 countries in Africa. How many countries are there? 54 countries are existing there in Africa. Africa, the African peoples are some people are sometimes very, their skin shape is very black because the sun rays fall on their head directly. So that's why it is called the land, the land of black people, or black continent, by the way. Africa, that we are discussing today, South Africa, a country which is located inside Africa, and that is located in the south side. South in Urdu we can call it Janoob, Janubi Africa. So we will discuss the country which is located in Africa and in the side of south, by the way. By the way, South Africa is a country which is located in the south of Africa. It shares border with three countries. It shares border with Zimbabwe. It shares border with Namibia, and it shares its border with Zambia. So these 3 countries' borders are shared with South Africa. After it, when these 3 countries are the bordering areas of South Africa, by the way, on one side there is an ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean. On one side of South Africa, there is Atlantic Ocean, and on one side Pacific Ocean. So it is actually on the center of 2 oceans, located on the center of 2 oceans. One side Atlantic Ocean, the other side Pacific Ocean. By the way, South Africa is a country which is very, it's it is very diverse country. What is the meaning of diverse? Diverse का मतलब होता है बहुत मुख्तलिफ, जिसमें हर कैटेगरी की, हर जात के लोग, हर मजहब के लोग, they are living there. So they are not a pure Muslim country, pure Christian country, pure black country, not a pure white country. So mixture of people are living there. So that is the very good and perfect example, because Allah has given us this earth, and in this earth everyone is equal, whether they are black, whether they are white, whether they are Muslim, whether they are non-Muslim, whether they are small, whether they are big, whether they are poor, whether they are rich. So Allah has created us equal, and Allah is actually demand from us equality, that we need to treat everyone with equality, by the way. So by the way, South Africa, there is a diverse, it's a diverse country. Every religion of people, every group of people, every category of people are living there. Now, the capital of South Africa, there are three capitals. Teen Darul Khilafah hai South Africa. One is Pretoria. What? Pretoria is the very much beautiful country, beautiful place. The second one is Johannesburg, and the third one is Cape Town. You know, cricketers can now know about these names. When there is any cricket match in South Africa, so in Cape Town there is a there is a big cricket ground, by the way. So Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Pretoria. These three are the locations. These three are the capitals of South Africa. So South Africa are operated from these three cities, by the way. By the way, you know, in South Africa is very famous, are well known for its diamond mining. For what? For its diamond mining. Mining का मतलब होता है खुदाई करना, पहाड़ों से डायमंड निकालना. South Africa is the center of diamond. You know, around 85% of the world diamonds are there in South Africa. What? I'm repeating my words, my statement again. In this world, 85% of diamonds are only located, are only found in South Africa. South Africa is a country of diamond, by the way. So diamonds are the recognitional point. Diamond is the recognitional point for South Africa. So South Africa is very famous for its diamond mining, for its diamond industry. South Africa is a country which is a democratic, by the way. Their democratic system, democracy prevails. People vote for their representatives, and then those representatives are governing them. In South Africa, there are 18 provinces. How many provinces? 18 provinces. And South Africa is the fourth largest country of African continent. Fourth largest country of the African continent, and there are 18 provinces are there. By the way, South Africa, the history of South Africa is very rich in capacity, by the way. Why? In what sense am I discussing this thing? In what sense am I talking to you? By the way, South Africa is a country which is dominated by black people. There, the population of black are, that is, are even 95 to 98%. But the true statement, or the authentic statement, is that 95% of population are purely white, by black, sorry, are black, while the rest 5% are white, and like brown skin, by the way. Like we are brown skin. What? We are brown skin. So only 5% are white or brown, while 95% are black. By the way, South Africa was initially a very poor country. So the European settlers, the European explorers, the European merchants, they went, or they had sailed towards in South Africa in 18th century. In 18th century, so I told you that what is the meaning of the 18th century. When you heard about 18, that's mean that the years which starts from 1701, and that will end in 1799. And when you see 19, when you hear 19th century, so the word 19th century means the years which start from 1801 and ends with 1899. That's 19th century. And when you hear 20th century, so that's mean the years from 1901 till the years to 1999. And nowadays it's 2026. So it is obviously nowadays which century? Nowadays 21st century. Nowadays what we call it this century? 21st century. So in 18th century, there the European settlers. What actually I mean about European settlers? The people of Portugal, the people of Spain, the people of UK, the people of France. These kind of the territories of these people, like UK, and the people of Netherlands. So these people, they were exploring the world. They were actually navigating the world. They were finding new territories. So at that time, when they marched, they arrived into South Africa and they saw that all the African people are very poor, very vulnerable. Vulnerable क्या होते हैं? गैर महफूज. Vulnerable क्या होते हैं? गैर महफूज. They are vulnerable. So the European people, there was an opportunity, obvious opportunity for them to govern on them, to rule on them, and to dominate them. So by the way, they took that opportunity very positively and they start ruling because they have rifles, they have guns, while the African people have एरोज स्पेयर्स एरो मतलब तीर स्पेयर का मतलब होता है वो जो नेजा वगैरह हो गया सो देवर हैव स्पेयर एंड एरोज सो गन one side gun and the other side sword so is that equal or not it is obviously not equal so the African people were very poor and very weak and very vulnerable so they lost against the European settlers and then after the European people starts ruling on them from 18th century. So they ruled over South Africa for almost 250 years. And I told you that their population was only 5%, but they were ruling the whole black people, black population. So there was in Africa, people were getting education, they were knowing about equal rights, they were knowing about human basic rights, they were knowing about equality, fraternity, and social integration in the society. So when you attain education, when you got education, what did I mean by education? When you got a true education, for example, like our degree holders currently nowadays in the world, they only think about assignment, they only think about quizzes, they only think about their CGPA. That's just that. They don't know about the theories of the world. What is the purpose of education? What should I learn from education? In like the whole BS program that is run by 4 years, by the way. But there is single like Anis yesterday told us, and he actually presented a very fantastic point that nowadays AI or our society has destroyed 98% our critical thinking. What is the meaning of critical thinking? For example, I am doing something wrong. For example, I am doing something wrong. And the realization of my wrong deed, if I am not realizing that, that's actually critical thinking. For example, if I am continuously not judging about what is right, what is wrong, what is good for me, what is bad for me. So that is called a critical thinking. By the way, 98%, according to Anis, that 98% after the arrival of artificial intelligence, that has been eroded, that has been it has been turned away from the human minds. So when you got into education in the true sense and you focus on your study, focus on yourself, focus on your future goals, then this critical thinking, and you do some research, critical thinking is actually, it it increase in your mind and it is actually bubbling. It is actually, that bubble is actually bursting out and it actually like it function like a sponge, like a sponge. So by the way, it's increasing in your mind, and then after you can decide very perfectly. You can even talk to anyone very genuinely. So by the way, the African people, when they were getting education and they were learning about equality, human basic right, social integration, what is universal basic right, women rights, equality, fraternity, equity, when they learn about these things, so they start movement. What is the meaning of movement? Tehreek. That in Africa, white people were enjoying very good status, by the way. They were enjoying very good status. They were enjoying very good position. But black were treated very badly. So the black people, when they got education, so they knew about that what is the purpose of our lives, why we are here to live in South Africa peacefully with the white settlers. So by the way, they then started demanded from the white settlers that you need to fill out or this demand, fill out or this demand and all that thing. So then the black people focused on education, and at that time there was a man. He was a very educated. He got his education from Oxford, by the way. So he was an educated African, educated black, and he is my favorite, one of my favorite, because I have read many of his books. He has written so many books like Long Walk to Freedom. Like I'm talking about Nelson Mandela. So Nelson Mandela at that time was born in 1918. So he got very basic education. And then after he goes for graduation, he did whatever he tried, by the way. So when he got education and he knew about the status about his countrymen, कंट्रीमैन का मतलब होता है कलीवाल, कलीवाल का मतलब होता है गांव के रहने वाले, शहर के रहने वाले. सो इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं? कंट्रीमैन. सो when he knew about the status of his countrymen, so then after he thought that I will not work for my job, I will not work for my business, I will not work for my family, I will work only and only for South Africa. So then after he started struggles for the independence, for the equal treatment in of the black of South African. So he actually formed a political party in 1956. That political party is called African National Congress, ANC. When that political party has been formed by him, so he started protest peacefully. He was demanding one thing from the white African government, that give us equal, like, you need to give us equal opportunities, you need to treat us equally, because we are the 95% of whole South Africa. You are the only 5%, and you are enjoying everything. As I told you that in South Africa at that time, the government was apartheid. What is the system of apartheid? Apartheid was the system of government when white people were thinking that we are superior, we are supreme. जब जो व्हाइट पीपल थे ना, वो ऐसा था कि तुम काले कलोटे, तुम हमारी लाइफ नहीं हो, तुम जो है ना नीच हो, लाइक हम इस तरह जो है, तुम बहुत नीचे हो. सो लाइक दे वर थिंकिंग लाइक दिस, वो इस तरह की सोचते थे. दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंकिंग इज कॉल्ड एपार्थाइड. इस तरह की जो सोच को इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं? एपार्थाइड को कहते हैं. सो द व्हाइट ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीकन, दे वर एपार्थाइड, एंड दे वर थिंकिंग अबाउट दैट दे आर सुपीरियर, सुप्रीम रेस, while the rest of the black African were actually pariah. Pariah क्या होता है? Pariah में इंग्लिश में नीच को कहते हैं. वो जात जो इंतहाई कमतर जात, उसको हम pariah कहते हैं. क्या कहते हैं? Pariah, जो नीच होते हैं. They were thinking that the black people are the pariah. So by the way, Nelson Mandela, he was working for the cause of the black people. Even black people were not allowed to sit with white people in a passenger train, in a passenger bus, or anything else. Not even there were even separate parks, separate railway platforms for the white people in South Africa. So by the way, the black of South Africa was treated very badly by the African apartheid government. So this Nelson Mandela was actually agitating the whole country. He was a very vigorous का मतलब तवाना, मतलब मजबूत आवाज, vigorous in South Africa. In 1962, when the government of South Africa thought and they believed that the Nelson Mandela is actually a danger for the national unity and for the nation, it's actually a threat for the nation. So the government of South Africa, the apartheid government, they jailed him. They sent him to jail, and that personality, Nelson Mandela, was there in jail for 27 years, from 1962 till 1991. This great man was in jail. He didn't say anything. He didn't even complained about his status. He said that I stood for the cause of African, I stood for the people of African, and I stood for national unity. I didn't demand anything else for myself, for my family, for my well-being, for my promotion, for my status, for my money. I hadn't demanded anything. I only demand equality. I need equality. I demand fraternity. Fraternity का मतलब है भाईचारा. रोरवली को इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं? Fraternity. लिख कर के साथ भाईचारा. I demand only fraternity in South Africa. देखो शाबाश. And then after, but he was jailed for 27 years. In 1991, when the situation in South Africa was very chaotic का मतलब है इंतशार वाला. There was an anarchy in South Africa. The system was bad. Everyone was killing each other. Everyone was that was actually a taker. So that was the situation when the government realized that this situation can be only controlled by Nelson Mandela. So they released him from jail. Jail se nikala unhone. And they announced election in South Africa. When there was their election, when election took place in South Africa, then the people of South Africa voted around 99.5% in the favor of Nelson Mandela. Even white people voted for Nelson Mandela, that Nelson Mandela must be the president of South Africa. And this great man has become the president of South Africa in 1994. When he was coming out from jail, so the jailer which treated him very badly. The jailer of Nelson Mandela was a very bad and harsh guy. Every time that jailer was scolding him, was actually calling bad names to Nelson Mandela. But when Nelson Mandela became the president of Africa, so he pardoned, he forgave, maaf kiya, that jailer, that white population, and Nelson Mandela announced in the whole South Africa that in South Africa all the people will be equal, all the people will be, there will be equality in all South Africa. This great man ruled only for 5 years. In 1999, he resigned from the government as a president of South Africa. If he was a bad man, let's say, just for example. So, for example, Anis, if I appoint you as the president of Pakistan, what will be your wish? You will be wishing that I need to be the president of Pakistan forever till my death. This is a human nature. We are very greed for power. We are very greed for money. We are very greed for status. We are very greed for position. This great man has become the powerful president of South Africa, but he didn't go after his greed. He said after 5 years, it's enough for me. I don't need any presidentship anymore. And then he resigned and he focused on the coming generation. He said that today I become an old man and a young South Africa need a fresh blood, a young mind, energetic president which lead South Africa for the people of South Africa in the true sense to serve the South African. And this was his leadership that in South Africa, the coming generation, the coming leadership, the following leadership was very fantastic and was very qualified and educated. And then those leadership has elevated South Africa, and South Africa nowadays in G20. G20 is an organization. That means that the world top 20 countries, South Africa rank 15. That means that South Africa is the 15th richest, 15th influential, 15th most popular country of the world, because it sit with America, sit with UK, sit with France in every council, in every conference, in every meeting. It decides the future of the world, the decisions of the world. It is going parallelly with America shoulder by shoulder, with the world shoulder by shoulder. When South African president nowadays speaks, the world hush up. The world stays silent. They remain calm because South Africa is the 15th richest nation, 15th influential nation. They are in G20. That is just because of the Nelson Mandela. South Africa is the only country which I really like for this one step, and that especially Nelson Mandela, that in 1990, this apartheid government, this supreme, this like this, we can call it superior government, when they were thinking about that we are superior, they were trying to build their atomic bomb. But when Nelson Mandela came in power, he said, nuclear bombs are for destruction or for the elimination of humanity from the earth. He said that I am going to repeal my nuclear program. Even at that time, South Africa has made out their nuclear bomb around 70%. And they were very near to atomic blast, atomic bomb. That was even they were making it out. But this great man repealed, we don't need any nuclear power. We don't need, because we think that nuclear power is the cause of the world destruction, and world will be destroyed one day by the use of nuclear power. If Pakistan is attacking on India, and if we use nuclear bomb, the world will destroy. And if India use it, the world will destroy. Even if Pakistan is attacked by terrorists, like if terrorists control the whole Pakistan, so then the terrorists will hit nuclear bomb on multiple countries, so the world will be destroyed. And likewise, the case is with China, the case with the USA, the case all the countries of the world. Anyone who has nuclear power, they are in big danger. The whole world is in big danger. The third thing is that South Africa always support the Palestinian issues. Palestine is a land of peace which is located in the west of Asia. Israel illegally occupied that land and they treated Palestinians very badly and cruelly. They killed almost 70,000 plus innocent Palestinian kids, Palestinian women, Palestinian men. And they are trying to kill more because they are looking very energetic. They are looking very passionate about to kill more Palestinians. And South Africa is the only Christian world. That is the only country in the Christian world. There are two Christian countries which supported Palestine openly. One in European continent, that's Ireland. Ireland is a country which openly support Palestine, which openly support Muslims on every situation, on every cause. And the second Christian country is South Africa. South Africa is a country which is supporting the Palestinian cause because they said that Muslims are the true inhabitants of the Jerusalem, of the Palestine, and Israeli are cruelly the invaders, they are the attackers, and they are the cruel rulers of Jerusalem, by the way. By the way, when this great man, Nelson Mandela, came to Pakistan in 2002, and he met with President Musharraf at that time, and Pakistan gave its highest civil award, Nishani Pakistan, Nishani Pakistan to him. And this great man was died in 2015. So this great man was died in 2015. Now the lesson is for us. That is how we need to work on ourselves, how we need to learn from the biography of Nelson Mandela, from the biography of South Africa, because a country which was very poor at one time has become the most richest, the most influential, and even in G20. Pakistan will never enter in G20 till 2050 because our economy is very weak as compared to South Africa, as compared to G20 country, while the GDP of South Africa is nearly 1.2 trillion and our GDP is only 432 billion. We are 3 times or even 4 times smaller or poorer than South Africa. So they worked on themselves, they focused on themselves. As I told you, that South Africa is a hub of diamond industry, diamond mining. And there is a huge diamond in the world. That's mean Kimberley. Likewise in Sawat has a mine of emerald. What is the meaning of emerald in Urdu Pashto? Zamarud. Sawat is a center of emerald. Sawat is known for emerald. But South Africa is known for diamond. And there is a place called Kimberley. In Kimberley, where if you actually dig any land, अगर आपने कहीं भी मतलब खोदा, so वहां से diamond निकलता है. Kimberley is a place which there, almost the world 90% diamonds are only there in Kimberley. So South Africa, they elevated themselves in the Committee of Nations. Right nowadays, American President Trump is very anti against South Africa because Trump is a very good friend of Israel and South Africa is a very bad friend of Israel. Good friend of Muslims, always supports the cause of Palestine, the cause of Kashmir, and Muslim cause, by the way. So that's why all Christian countries hate South Africa. They said that you are traitors in our Christendom because you are supporting Muslims. You need to support us. So all the Christendom, they had South Africa, while currently in South Africa, the president of South Africa is Cyril Ramaphosa. He is a very talented man, very energetic man, and the most importantly, he is a very brave man. He is very brave. He never never afraid from Trump, never afraid from anyone, and he is very strong, by the way. So that was a little bit biography, little bit information about South Africa. Let's move and jump towards the next topic. The next topic which I have selected for you is, but first of all, let me remove the board. Should I give you some time to discuss, or should I go forward? Okay, I'm giving you a little bit time to discuss these topics with each other. So two friends will sit with each other and they will discuss about this country's biography. Please, hello, ek yahan aaye. Please come here. Sit in front of this man. Okay. You two, please sit with each other, face to face, face to face. आप अपनी चेयर वहां लेकर आए, वहां चेयर, द चेयर तवे से मख के ना, शाबाश, पास, गेट अप, शाबाश। उसके साथ सिट टू सिट, फेस टू फेस बैठे। ये लेकर जाओ ना, ये लेकर जाए ना, मैंने आपको कहा कि ये लेकर जाए। आप 3:20 पर आप आए थे अजान। I have not, I've noted the time, I've noted the time. Okay, sit there, shabash, 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 shabash. Very well, Azan. Now discuss about this topic, shabash. Okay, hina topic discuss kare. Very well, good, shabash. You need to discuss the topic perfectly. Sister, you also discuss the topic. Dono बैठ जाए, shabash. About the South Africa, shabash. शाबाश 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 यू गाइस आप दोनों करे हेलो आप दोनों करे शाबाश 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 Anis today is Irfan with you. He will tell you all the things which you missed out. Hamad, you also. Shabash. Fezan. Okay, you four kindly sit together. Hamad, you listen Fezan because he was from the start of the class. Okay, Fezan, you will handle all these four. South Africa are sharing their borders with Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Namibia. Namibia, yes. You please, hello. You four are you two. फैजान को सुने और आप दोनों ओके आप मुझे कहीं अपना लेसन दिखाएं कि आपका आज लेसन क्या होगा What will from where will your lesson start? दुनिया की मशहूर wars. So American Civil War थी ऑस्ट्रियन मैंने कहा था कि ये मत याद करें Boer War जो साउथ अफ्रीका में हुआ था 1899 को हुआ था हाँ आओ दादी हमदी अमेरिकन सिविल वॉर जो अब्राहम लिंकन ने जीता था 13 स्टेट्स शुमाली रियासतें थी जनूबी रियासतें जिन्हें पूरा अमेरिका था बर्तानिया में जो सिविल वॉर खाना जंगी थी पार्लियामेंट जीता था ये आप जीतने वाले को याद करोगे क्रेमियन वॉर यूक्रेन में हुआ था और ये यूक्रेन ही नहीं जीता था रशिया उस वक्त उसका हिस्सा था जर्मनी वाला जो जंग हुआ था और फर्स्ट खलीजी वार अरब में जो वार हुआ था 1991 को 30 साल जंग 1648 जिस जो तरक्की का दौर रूस में यूरोप में कब किस जंग के बाद शुरू हुआ था 30 साल जंग के बाद शुरू हुआ था फिर वियतनाम का जंग था 1812 में की जंग हुई थी इस तरह की ये वाला जो जंग है जंगी गोलान मिस्र ने जीता था इसराइल के खिलाफ और ईरान इराक जंग हो गया और पाकिस्तान भारत चीन भारत जंग 1962 ईरान इराक जंग जीता था किसी ने भी नहीं जीता था एक दूसरे ने 10 लाख लोगों को मारा था आम मासूम लोगों को दुनिया में अव्वल पहला वाला शख्स कौन था तो ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है सबसे मोस्ट इससे एमसीक्यू जाता है कि दुनिया में सबसे पहला कौन था तो यहाँ तक आपका होगा अच्छा साउथ अफ्रीका अराउंड 16 lakh square kilometers ها التست متشكله ده كور كده سده سبب تقوم ياد براتي خصبه ده خير سرا اغبل تست من متشكله ده ادوانا ميرا كده اوكي سبب شاباش 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 Okay, guys, you have just only 2 minutes. 2 मिनट से आपके पास शाबाश. 2 मिनट से आपके पास शाबाश 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 शाबाश. शाज़े बताओगे आपने कहा शाबाश. आपको इनको कहा या आपको खुद से कहा और आपने और इससे भी सुनाया आपको शुरुआत में अफ्रीका. यस 54 ममालिक है अफ्रीका में. 54 मुल्क है अफ्रीका कॉन्टिनेंट में. और अफ्रीका में एक मुल्क है उसका नाम साउथ अफ्रीका है. साउथ अफ्रीका उन 54 ममालिक में से एक मुल्क है. توي كانت اصلا شو ده ناسي توم كونفيوزي وسنا يكون زي مانيا كشالي بدينا لك بارو ولا شازيت ورا بدنا ورا شاذ. السلام عليكم. आप तुम डिस्कस हो करना लगे पे. ओके डिस्कस ओके पॉइंट्स आंसर नोट पॉइंट. हाँ रिच पराया पराया हाँ दिखा नहीं पराया मोतबर को डिग्निफाइड या सुपीरियर. सुप्रीमो मर्तबे शो. हेलो हमारा that topic some no share but details are no share. सवाब इंशाल्लाह 15 बानी वायु 15 बानी हाँ सवाब इंशाल्लाह मालूम रेगनर बानी इंशाल्लाह सवाब. हाँ क्वेश्चन لو كان ودنا توانا لغنا ورا سبورت كيف سوى هنا تاتافي كوي طول لوي او هنا تسمعوي ديوي تاوي 3 pages of great او دي بس ديوي كان وي ها تاسو continue शाबाश 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 शाबाश. Okay, guys, just halt. I request you guys, just halt momentarily. Just halt momentarily का मतलब होता है आप लोग खामोश रहें थोड़े वक्त के लिए. Now listen to me. Listen to me. I need your kind attention right now. By the way, the next topic is about the personality elaboration. As you know it well, every day I am selecting any topic on which we discuss anything, on which we talk, on which we express our emotions, our feelings, our words to each other. By the way, my selection, my topic for this for today is for selection is Shahid Afridi. By the way, Shahid Afridi is a man which played cricket for Pakistani side. He was a man who was very famous for his power hitting, for his rapid batting, and for his electric performance. Because he was coming to the ground for 2 balls, for 5 balls, not more than 15 balls. So he was a power hitter. He was a crowd puller, and he was the most fascinating and amazing figure in Pakistani cricket team. We will discuss the biography, the lifestyle, the struggles, the patience, the personality, his achievements, all the things which is related to Shahid Afridi. Because he is a national star, one of the prominent figure of Pakistan. We need to know something about him, and we must have some information about him. So the first thing and bright information about Shahid Afridi is that he was born in March 1st in 1971. 1977, sorry. He was born March 1st, 1977. There in the Khyber. In Khyber Agency, I have visited Khyber Agency that is located in the Federal Administrative Tribal Areas of Pakistan, FATA, which is lawless area. Alaka Ghair jisko hum kehte hain. So he belonged to that area. And I visited the place where Shahid Afridi born. That is actually Khyber. Khyber में फिर आप जमरोद से ऊपर Tira Valley है. So he was born there in Tira Valley. And Tira Valley is one of the coldest, one of the beautiful place in Pakistan. But Shahid Afridi born there in 1977. His family then visited to Peshawar and then visited to Islamabad because his father was a trader, was a merchant, was a rich by the way, and all his cousins were from Khyber. So he was born in Khyber. He is a Pashtun. He was born in 1977. This young man, when he was a young, Shahid Afridi is basically a right arm spinner, right arm quick spinner. He even bowled 134 mile per second. Even nowadays, Shaheen Shah Afridi is bowling 140, 138 roughly. And he is a pacer, attack pacer of Pakistan. While Shahid Afridi was a spinner and his pace was 134. So he was a quick spinner. So he was famous for his spin, by the way. He made a debut. What is the meaning of debut? Debut का मतलब होता है हर काम जो आप पहली दफा करते हो लाइफ में उसको हम debut कहते हैं. I am a debut. I'm teaching. Today is my debut class. For example, कहते कि सर आज मेरा पहला क्लास है. Today was my debut. आप कह सकते कि ये effort था, पहली कोशिश थी मेरी. अच्छा, हमाद की आज डेब्यू था, मतलब पहला मौका था या पहला अटेम्प्ट था, पहली कोशिश थी. So he has made his debut match, first match in 1966 when he was only 19-year old, and that was the match which turned the shape of his life. By the way, in that match there was a spinner Saqlain Mushtaq in Pakistani cricket team. He got injured. So Shahid Afridi, as I told you that he was a spinner. Saqlain was also a right arm spinner. Shahid Afridi is also a right arm spinner. Saqlain was injured. He sat there in the pavilion dressing room while the selection committee and captain of Pakistan cricket team at that time gave opportunity to Shahid Afridi. And the captain at that time was Wasim Akram. So he gave opportunity to Shahid Afridi and the match was against Sri Lanka. We cannot call Sri Lanka in English. We will call it Sri Lanka. Yes. By the way, so the match was against Sri Lanka. So all the crowd was looking for this young man. And he came out for batting. And Pakistan was actually batting first. So he came out. 6 wickets were down by Pakistani cricket team. And then he started 6, 4, 6, 6 and all that thing. And he smashed The ball smashed the whole ground, and he actually hit century by 37 balls, and he made a world record. The fastest ever century that was made by Shahid Afridi. And then after this, like the reputation, like for example, like nowadays, if someone go to for you right now, and at that time he was very reputed, very famous, and people were recalling him as a boom boom. What is mean the boom boom? Boom boom is called हर जगह गूंजना, परस करे मैं आवाज करूं और मेरी आवाज हर जगह गूंजे. That's called boom boom. So the boom boom title was given to him because whenever crowd was hearing the batting, when they was hearing that Shahid is batting, Afridi is batting, crowd was pulling. And even there was a test match in Pakistan. I think the stadium was Peshawar Arbab Niaz Stadium in 2004. The test match was against England, and the whole stadium was empty, and they was very filled, and they were waiting for the Shahid's batting. When Shahid came for batting, and he bowled out on very first ball. So the following few minutes, the whole stadium went, that became very empty by the way. In another instance, I still remind, in 2007, Pakistan Indian cricket team has visited Pakistan by the way. So Shahid Afridi came for batting, and at that time he was an opener Pakistani batsman. In Test cricket, Shahid Afridi was actually open for Pakistani side. So he came out as an opener batsman, and the very first ball, the pacer was in Indian. There was a Irfan Pathan or someone else like Irfan Pathan was bowling at that time. Before Irfan Pathan, there was a Zahir Abbas or someone Indian like legend. So Irfan Pathan was bowling, and he bowled Afridi for the very first ball in 2007. So the crowd demanded that it was a try ball, try ball, try ball. Even that clip is still present in YouTube. The crowd was demanding that Afridi must come out for the another innings, and they were saying that it was a try ball, like we Pashtuns are playing cricket try ball and all that thing. So that match was playing in Peshawar Stadium, and when he was bowled on the very first ball against India, so the crowd were demanding that Afridi must come out again, and they said, "You out on try ball. You will enjoy the second opportunity as well." But anyhow, that was an interesting jokes related to Shahid Afridi. Shahid Afridi was a very flamboyant. Flamboyant क्या होता है? जगड़ालू होता था. Flamboyant because he was a Pashtun. He was a he was from Khyber, and Khyber, as I told you, that was a lawlessness area. बेकानून वहां पर कोई कानून वगैरह नहीं है. So flamboyant वो काफी झगड़ालू था, and he fight on the pitch with everyone. He fight on the field, fight on the whatever his side was, he fight with everyone. And then after, this great man has actually another great record that he has actually shot 354, 52 sixers in ODI cricket. So this is also a great record that was broken by Rohit Sharma, I think, previous month. So that was a record. The most number of sixes has been hit by him. And another record for Shahid Afridi is that he hit a six against South Africa, the longest ever sixer. That was 158-meter long, and no one till now had even broken this award. This is still a world record in the name of Shahid Afridi. Shahid Afridi was, as I told you, was a spinner bowler, but he was batting very well, and he emerged as a lead batter, as a impact batter for the Pakistani cricket team, and he played from 1966 till 2016. So this great man has played 20 years cricket for Pakistani cricket team. In 2016, he retired. He has also another record that he bowled 7 wickets in a T20. So taking 7 wickets in a T20 match is a great, by the way. That's need a great confidence in all that thing. So by the way, he scored more than 8,000 runs in ODI format, and he took around 396 wickets in ODI cricket match, and he was also a leading wicket taker from Pakistani side after Wazim and Waqar Yunus, by the way. So this great man has been retired out from international cricket in 2016, but then he became the captain of Peshawar Zalmi. For 3 years, he lead Peshawar Zalmi, and at that time, PSL was such a super league at that time. Everyone was watching, everyone was crazing about after PSL. I still watch PSL. I myself watched PSL for continuous 5 season till 2019. I was a big fan of you know Lahore Qalandar, by the way, and they lost their sixth season. Like first 6 season, they continuously lost. But I was not repent on my decision. I was saying if Lahore win or die, win or lose, my support will be for Lahore. But I was watching cricket matches, PSL especially, with actually consecutive with continuously, by the way. But after 2019, I didn't watch even a single complete match, by the way. This is a fact. Even if there was Pakistan against India, whatever the matches, I don't even watch highlights, by the way. I just know about a day or 2 days that who won or who lost it. But at that time, 2016, 2017, 18, that was a big craze for PSL, and everyone in Pakhtunkhwa was supporting Peshawar Zalmi, like all that things. So by the way, he was captain. He lead the Peshawar Zalmi for 3 years, and he one title for Peshawar Zalmi. And then in 2019, he has actually given the hand of her daughter, the hand of his daughter to Shaheen Shah Afridi, another lead pacer for Pakistani side, and he was also from Khyber. He was also from like Khyber district वो खैबर से था पिशावर में इसका जो खैबर डिस्ट्रिक्ट वहाँ में शायद अप्रील इसका दूर का रिश्तेदार लगता है like far off relative. So then they both married, and now Shahid Afridi is not in cricket, but his decisions, his all that things is very related to the world. After retirement, Shahid Afridi started a foundation. What is the meaning of foundation? लोगों की खिदमत के लिए काम करना. Shahid Afridi Foundation that focus on education in बलूचिस्तान. बलूचिस्तान में उन्होंने बहुत सारे स्कूल अपने पैसे पर बनाए हैं. You know, to educate the society. Second, like flood relief, जिधर भी जलजला होता है, earthquake relief, flood relief, जलजला सैलाब होता है, सबसे पहले शाहिद अफरीदी फाउंडेशन के लोग पहुंचते हैं, खुद पहुंचता है, and I've seen multiple times. And there, he gave assistance, monetary assistance to poor, गरीबों की मदद करते हैं, and all that thing. So Shahid Afridi is a very influential and leading figure, by the way. We need not to ignore him. By the way, he was a national star, national glamour for the Pakistan, and we need to negotiate about him. So that was all from my side about Shahid Afridi. If I could miss anything out from Shahid Afridi's discussion, you need to talk on this with detail, kindly. It's your turn now. It's your turn now. है ना, आपने टॉपिक मुकम्मल किया, आपने टॉपिक नोट डाउन किए क्यों? हाँ, हमाद हमाद आप अनीस से उधर जाए, अनीस से उधर, अनीस अनीस वाला आप इधर आए, आप हमाद के बीच आ जाए. Kasu tuan na amat sir seat change, kami ada sir seat change kar. Anis, you are right on your place. Dari wana kabilan pe uze kinasi, kan nada kum tar insaf te. Khaybar, Tira, Jamrud na baraha. Azana, I don't hear. Shabash, shabash, shabash. Ina to nahi hai. Unfamiliar, unfamiliar. What? Familiar. Unfamiliar. Familiar. Unfamiliar. Familiar. Yeah. Now we have to go. There's no horror. About kahoy man na yun. Huh? 37 bucks. 100 rands. Yeah? Direct finish away. Hmm? Yes, you can go. Sit with him. Toilet ragala bhi. Kina? तो जा जा इधर आए मानो चक्कर है नल बोले चक्कर अवल की विकास है 61 कहाँ शादी नंद बता 100 टॉपिक्स कोई नूर नूर 100 टॉपिक कोई 5 या 6 टॉपिक्स हाँ और 12 का 12 कितना सुने लो करना पेज नंबर राइट नचें किस आपका the R स्टार्ट दो the R अगर मैं तैयार करूँ राउंड लगा ओके और पीडीएफ के रास्ते नीचे पेज करना उसके ऊपर कौन मतलब है सलाम सलाम बाहर चला इधर तो बस वगैरह हाँ हाँ वो okay guys okay guys okay I request you all of you okay I request each of you please the third topic is evils of USA. This topic will be discussed later, बाद में. लेकिन first I am discussing about pictorial explanation. That is Olympic Games. Just bring out a picture of games in your mind. Whatever the game you are playing, just bring out. Just imagine the picture of that particular sport, particular game. We will discuss about Olympic Games. Like what is the Olympic game, why it is played, who started this, and the most important thing is that who are winning it, by the way. So the first thing, the word Olympic. Olympic is actually Olympic game is the oldest ever game that is played in the world. It is the oldest games that played in the world. First time Olympics was started in 753 BCE. That's mean that before Jesus Christ, before Isa alayhi salam, 700 year before Isa alayhi salam. It was started in Rome. Where it was started? In Rome. And there is a mountain in Rome that's called Olympia. What? Olympia. And when that game was playing round about that mountain. So that's why these games are called Olympic. What are these games called? Olympic. By the way, Olympic is a game that was initiated in 1753 BC in Rome, and it is the oldest ever game playing on the surface of the world. By the way, after all, it was then discontinued. It was suspended after playing hundreds of years. But sometimes it is called ancient Olympic. Sometimes it's called ancient Olympics. But nowadays, the modern Olympics, the Olympics games, we are seeing, we are watching it on TVs, on mobile phone. This the modern Olympic was started in 1896 by a French man. There was a French man, his name was Perry de Coubertin. Who started the modern Olympics? Can you name it? Perry de Coubertin. What is his name? Perry de Coubertin. He was a French. In 1896, he started the very first Olympic. And the very first Olympic was played there in Greece. What we call Greece in Urdu? Yunnan. Nowadays, Yunnan has been called Greece, and in Urdu it was called in Yunnan. So in 1896, the first Olympic was played there in Greece, Yunnan. And the founder, the starter, the initiator was Perry de Coubertin, by the way. By the way, Olympic is a game where every
Now, what is a superpower status? You will become a superpower on 5 things, just very 5 things. Number very first, education. You will lead education. The second thing, you will lead industry, showbiz industry, filming industry. Look at the Hollywood movies. America is giving. America is spreading its influence all over the world on Hollywood. Whatever their media show us, we believe it. If they are talking about Terminator series, we watch it. If you are talking about Interstellar, about space, we watch it. Games of Thrones, like, we watch it. America is controlling the minds of people. Whatever you think, like this mobile phone, this has been given to us by America. So the first thing, when you are on the way to become a global power, you need to have excellent education. The second thing, media. The third thing, sports. Every single sports format, America is the winner. As I told you, in 2024, America won 80 plus gold medal. China got 50 plus. China was the runner. Even there is a man in America, Michael Phillips. He alone won 26 gold medal. And Pakistan won their first gold medal in 1960 and last medal in 1994. From 1994 till 2024, Pakistan not even won a single gold medal unless and until Arshad Nadeem in 2024 in Paris Olympic, when he threw a javelin throw of 92.8 meters. So he became the third Pakistani to win a gold medal after 20 years. After 30 years. Pakistan is not winning any Olympic gold medal after 30 years. And a country, they are winning in every Olympic 80 plus medal. So they are excellent or not? They are actually a superpower or not? Yes, they are. We are nothing, by the way. We are not even excellent sport. We are not even good in sport. Just leave education, leave economy, leave showbiz. Let's try and adopt sports. We have a bat, ball, all the things, but we are not enough and competent on the world stage. Hockey was at one time the leading sport of Pakistan. Pakistan won 4 hockey World Cups. 4 hockey World Cups. And Pakistan won many champions trophies of hockey. But nowadays, look at the situation of hockey, that is very miserable. Likewise, every sport of Pakistan, there is a federation. And federation, there is a corrupt officer in every federation. They never spot a competent and talented person. They never finance and sponsor any competent athlete. Even Pakistani bodybuilders, they are built by proteins, by the way. So, by the way, we are weak in every sport. As I told you, 3 tricks for superpower: education, showbiz, media industry. Third thing, sport. Fourth, monetary, money. And fifth thing, that is actually grave on technology. So by the way, my topic is about Olympic Games. Olympic Games is a sport event that every sort of sport is playing there after every 4 years. And it was started in 1896 in modern Olympics, and after every 4 years, even Pakistan is a country, even a single one Olympic is not played in Pakistan. Qatar in 2024 hosted a football World Cup. Saudi Arabia will host a football World Cup in 2034. But where is Pakistan? Where is Pakistan? How? If we deal terrorism, deal our situation. For example, if Pakistani people are very competent and qualified, so then the world will give us support. The world will praise us. The world will appreciate us. The world will give us opportunity. So if we don't carve out opportunity for ourselves, how the world will support us? So we need to focus on our sports industry as well, because a better mind, a better body, a sound body has a sound mind. A better body will have a better mind. If you are physically fit, you will be mentally mature. If you are physically unfit, you will be mentally immature. Let's focus on our school days. Or PET teacher, what was his purpose? What is the purpose of PET? Physical educational teacher, the meaning of PET. But what PET did to us? Did he take any drill class? Even our entire 12th year basic education from grade 1 till 12th class, in every school there is a PET teacher. Did any PET teacher tried a drill with you? Did he personally went with you in a ground, how to play hockey, how to play football, what is the fouls in football, how to play cricket? Did he teach you anything? Did he practice any physical exercise with you? No. We don't even know a basic warm-up. आपको मैं जिम लेकर जाता हूँ सबको बेसिक वार्म अप आपको नहीं आता कि हम वार्म अप कैसे होता है. That was the responsibility. But we are, as a nation, very fair people, by the way. I'm sorry to say. We don't even do our work. We do other things very perfectly. Unnecessary things, fruitless and useless things, but we don't think. We don't good in our thing. For example, if I assign any work task to Hamad, he will not do it. He will do all the things very perfect, but he will not do his work. हमें डॉक्टर मैं यहाँ सबसे पूछो अलग का दखल दर कम बोले हर यो कस्टमर दखल दर बोले वाली कज़े तपोस्तो के माँ चिचिंजो का अर्सल ले बोले क तपोस्तो का मैंने करा दीवार संग खाते संग लगे खाते वाली माँ खापुई गिलकार दे तैयार गिलकार दे क तपोस्तो का माँ गोरा सिरंज संग सिरंज चल बोलो क ड्राइवरी बोला बोल हर चीज की मुझे एक्सपर्ट वो चिकम चीज की एक्सपर्टीज पकड़ दिया है कि नहीं. So we need specialization. We are jack of all trade. हम हर फन मौला है लेकिन we are not experts in nil. हम किसी चीज में आगे नहीं हैं. हर चीज तो जानते हैं. अगर मैं आपको कहूँ कि गाना गाओ तुम अरिजीत सिंह और असलम से अच्छा गाना गाओगे, उससे अच्छा गाना गाओगे. अगर मैं कहूँ कि तिलावत करो तुम शेख अल सुदैस से अच्छा तिलावत कुरान पाक करोगे. अगर मैं आपको कहूँ कि दीनी बातें करो तो तुम जो है ना काबा के इमाम बन जाओगे और सारी बातें तुम ऐसा कहोगे कि मुझे तो सारा दे. इवन मौलाना की मुफ्ती साहब के फतवे भी आप अपनी तरफ से जारी करोगे. ऐसा है कि नहीं है? ऐसा है. लेकिन हम अच्छे काम हरगिज नहीं करेंगे जो काम करने लायक होते, जो फख्र और गियार के काम होते हैं. चले स्पोर्ट्स को आप डिस्कस करें, ओलंपिक गेम को स्पेशली. यस गो ऑन डिस्कस करें. शाबाश 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 शाबाश.
The Bahrain
What is the name?
Hospital.